Mic is on. Audio is on. Okay. All right. So we finally get to start the holiday game. Yay! We'll do a little mini campaign. Like I was telling most of you guys, this would be. This whole thing is going to be a full dive into using level up. I've talked to a bunch of it to you guys offline, things like that. So super excited. This will be your chance to give me feedback after we do like a few sessions in it. I like it so far. It sounds like you guys like it. We'll see how it plays out. So, getting things started. Where is it? Oh, I gotta find it now. Dang it. Where'd my opening go? Where did my opening go? I got everything ready for the actual session, but not where to fucking start.
I know that feeling.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, starting things off. You all wake up. It's a little sudden, and you kind of you come to your senses, and like you're already in motions, but you just kind of like stop as you snap and realize that you're awake and you're standing. And there's that quick moment of where the hell am I? You can't even. You're not even sure like how long it's been. You don't know where you are. What are you doing here? You've all got on these dark robes over your normal clothing. Your weapons are drawn. It's it's dark in here. It's lit only by some flickering torchlight. You can kind of see. You can just see each other in the dim light, standing in a circle. Your companions are all wearing the same dark robes as you. They all look just as confused and bewildered. Nearby, you can hear this almost choked laugh from this figure. It's this a human woman dressed in plate armor. She's kind of got blood dripping out from like one side of it, just like between uh, the straps. And this slender stinger juts out from her chest. Looks like it's snapped off from the creature you can see that she's standing over. The thing at her feet is crumpled and broken, almost like a dead spider. It's this insect like monstrosity, not the type, but just descriptive. It's almost in the shape of a man, but it's the face and limbs are almost like almost like a wasp's. Looking back up to the woman, she's gonna smirk and just with this last labored breath, "You're free." Before she collapses and goes still. As you're all looking around, there's the echoes of this woman's armor kind of reverberate through the hallways and up the walls as she slams into the floor. And then the sounds of her struggle just kind of fade into the darkness ahead of you, and silence comes in. While you all have countless questions, what comes first and foremost is simply, what will you do now? I'm going to hand it over to you guys.
The second weirdest cult I've ever joined.
I
You
dropped to
just
a knee and put a hand to this armored figure's neck where I can find skin.
Give me a medicine check. This woman is dead. I mean, there's no pulse. She's a little. She's almost cold to the touch. I imagine there's that even like that quick kind of slap, check the eyes. She is gone.
I'm gonna poke the kind of insectoid-looking thing.
Hmm.
Does it have like a face or anything, or is it just a giant insect?
Well, it's like I said, it's vaguely humanoid. Like it's almost like a man-shaped body, but like I said, kind of like wasp arms and wasp head. Give me either Arcana or Nature.
Hmm. Eh, we'll try nature. Yeah.
19. Okay. Uh, this thing is very much not of this world. Let me pull up some info on it. So the 19, you will know. Where did it go? Dang it. Monsters.
Stop pushing me down the stairs.
Okay, sorry. This thing is what's called a calcos with a 19. So, old books describe this thing as a species of intelligent wasp-like creatures that prey almost parasitically on angels, celestials, planar beings, things like that. The fact that it's here on the in the material in the waking plane, it's probably not good.
Well, this cannot be good. Hmm.
Check out these robes. See if there's anything weird I have other than the robes, or if there's anything that like stands out about them. That anything he can recognize, basically. Or is this just straight up dollars?
I imagine there's
Walmart
that
robe?
quick's like, okay, quick pat down, pat down, pat down. So checking yourself and then like looking at everybody else, like if there's any difference. Everyone's wearing pretty much the same thing. It's this long black robe with a cowl over. Or it's kind of put over whatever gear you have. Each robe has this strange symbol sewn into the front of it. It almost resembles like a stylized insect wing.
A cult! Yay!
Yeah.
Like the worst ones.
That's
What do
cool.
you mean a cult? I have never been a member of a cult. A guild? Yes. A cult? No.
Similar things I heard. I mean, one's more secretive than the other, but it's like same positioning.
In the dark room, brainwashed and wearing a robe. Feels safe to say it's a cult.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
well,
I
I do
I
not
would
feel
like to.
brainwashed. I
When
mean, I
did you
can't
get here?
remember, but
Close enough.
Now that I've established this figure on the ground is dead, I'm going to start looking over her person, see if there's anything that stands out to me among her equipment.
Let's see. Let me check. Okay, you don't have any of that. Give me. Give me an intelligence check. I don't see anything you have that would necessarily apply to it. At least as far as her equipment, give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
17. So, right off the bat, like, there's that armor. It's you can see right out the gate that it's plate armor, and like it looks like a full set of plate armor. But like as you're down close to it, like the texture just looks wrong, and kind of running your hand over it feels like really really rough. She's wearing full plate armor made out of cold iron. What that means, is it has a trait or a feature called Feybane. Armor made out of cold iron gives Fey creatures disadvantage on attacks against you. If you have a weapon made out of cold iron, you have advantage on attacks against them. It's exceptionally difficult to repair. This stuff, it is still usable as full plate, but the AC is reduced because there's a giant hole in the center of it. But you could get it fixed. Right now, it has a base AC of 15. If you get it fixed, either yourself or pay somebody, you could have cold iron full plate. The other thing that's going to jump out is this. She had this warhammer that has this just distinctive curve design and looks just immaculate. It's got a light gleam to it. This looks to be a +1 warhammer.
Is a warhammer a media weapon?
A warhammer is it is a breaker versatile. So it deals double damage to unattended objects like doors and walls. It does not have the defensive trait, but it is versatile. So you could wield it either one-handed or two-handed.
Gotcha.
D8. to
So
10.
So either way I wielded this warhammer, I couldn't then set my shield to get that bump to AC.
Correct.
Gotcha.
You would still
Okay.
have your shield, but you just wouldn't be able to use the bonus action shield.
Yeah. Okay. I will begin the process of divesting this individual of her armor and weapon.
Okay. Now, this armor, if it were in new condition, or at least in whole condition, it'd be worth 3,000 gold on the market, or
Damn.
as like a shop to buy it. It is basically getting armor and weapons made out of cold iron doubles the price.
What about does she happen to have a weapon on her?
Just that +1 warhammer.
Dang, I can't use that.
It is a martial melee weapon.
And that's all that's on her person?
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm.
That's really the only notable things on her is that weapon and armor. I mean, I'm sure she probably has small knickknacks, like a couple of baubles, things like that. That's about it.
Mhm.
Nothing meaningful.
I will, once I have the armor and weapon free, I will jury rig an attachment to my pack for the armor and kind of find a spot to holster the warhammer as well.
Okay.
Then I will go ahead and stand up, look about the space.
What's everyone else doing? Uh, Tong, you said you were checking out your cloaks and your clothing and stuff. I said basic cloak. It's got the stylized wing on it.
Does the hornet creature actually have anything on him, or he's just
He's pretty much dead. There's really nothing on him.
okay?
In fact, there's less than nothing on him. I mean, the stinger is over in that lady's chest.
Yeah, not a
And
great weapon if it kills you when you use it. Hmm.
I'd imagine that stinger is probably a good 1.5 feet, 2 feet long.
Can I try to pull it out of the armor?
Yeah, I was wondering if we can do something with that stinger.
Yeah.
I imagine I would have had to remove the stinger in order to get the
Yeah.
armor off if that was.
Give me give me a survival check.
Me?
or Menzo.
Menzo.
Okay.
I'd imagine this would be like as Grouse is doffing that armor from this lady. 20. Okay. Yeah. You'll be able to get that arm, or you'll be able to get that stinger out pretty easily. Yeah.
Okay.
Be able to kind of work
would
around
that-
it a little bit and comes
Yeah.
out.
Would that survival check tell me whether there's poison or anything on it?
Oh, this was a very poisonous stinger. Yes.
Okay. Well, then I will handle it very carefully. Gloves and whatnot. Is there anything that can be salvaged from it? Like, could it be used as a weapon, or could the poison be harvested? Anything like that?
Potentially. I mean, just as is, it'd be something of an improvised weapon. It'd almost be like an improvised dagger. Uh, there's probably a little bit of venom still on it.
Okay. Well, if I can, I'll try to put
Mhm.
what's left of the venom in a little vial or something.
Ying, you were about to say something? Nick? Lose him? Okay.
Hello?
I guess he was talking to somebody else. So yeah, getting that
Okay.
armor off. As you get that armor off fairly easily. Get it all packed into your bag, Grouse.
So once I have that squared away, I'll stand up and look about the space. Does anyone know how to get out of here?
No,
I do not know how we got in here.
I
let
do not
alone
know. Yeah.
out.
I don't even know where here is.
As you
Last
look
I
around,
remember, I was saying I could only take 2 drinks.
I actually think each of you give me intelligence checks. What do you all remember?
Not much would be the answer to that.
5, 9, 13, 21. Okay. So for most of you, the last like firm concrete memories each of you have is you were coming into a small town in search of work, like adventurer work. These are all level 1. You're newer adventurers. And that's it. Ying, you probably would have some flashes. There'd be moments of like you would see uh, you would be working through a ritual and you would see this uh, Calcos like standing over you or Calcoi standing over you clicking instructions, and you would just kind of hear its instructions in your head.
Okay.
But again, like the last like solid confirm like this was actually real. I can see everything around me. This is the last thing I know I was doing. You were heading into town.
No, I definitely remember nothing.
um, so is the room actually like what we see on the map? There's just that one staircase.
As you're standing here, like imagine there's that like you do that quick look around. It's like, okay, where the hell are we? Looking around, it looks to be you're almost in like the bottom of a well. There are alcoves kind of all around you. The room itself is about 30 feet wide. The walls looking up looks to be about 50 feet high. Those alcoves are filled with like ceremonial shrouded bones. There is a staircase that kind of leads up into the ceiling. So this like the ceiling is 50 feet up, but it is a flat ceiling, and then the stairs kind of spiral up the one side up to an opening there. And a pair of lit torches flank the stairs, the stair landing along the southern wall. Yeah.
Cleaned head off just to make sure it's dead.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
Yeah,
I'm suddenly more paranoid about it.
you don't have to make a check or anything for that.
It's dead. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'll take a quick flappity flap up here.
Okay. We'll group everyone together.
Am I out of shape?
That sound. So getting up these stairs. I'm assuming you guys are going up the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Heading up these stairs. You'll come up these stairs into this kind of squared off room. It's this square chamber, about 25 foot to a side. There's some old broken down pews arranged kind of facing this altar next to where you came up. But the dais is kind of slid to one side, and there's still just the faint glow of these runes on the front of the altar. Yeah, almost as if like some kind of puzzle was solved to move it out of the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Tong and say, "Hidden stairs under a moved altar? Definite cult."
Yep.
I mean, it could be a guild. You never know.
No, my guild never met in a basement.
Look
how
over
many
the
guilds have you
One
been
time,
to?
but then there were cookies.
look over the
I mean,
glyphs
I
on the
heard
dais.
guilds like to serve Kool-Aid too.
Do I recognize any of these runes? Anything have any significance to me?
Give me a either Arcana or Religion intelligence.
Yeah, we'll go with religion here.
22. Okay.
Nice.
So as you're kind of looking at it, like the front of this altar has essentially like an inscription of scripture. Like they engraved like key passages from scripture on it, and the lit up runes are like specific letters in or specific letters and words in the scripture or in different verses.
Intriguing.
But I mean, the scripture itself is nothing spectacular. I mean, it's the typical kind of inspirational love thy neighbor type stuff.
Okay.
I would say you would probably recognize all the scripture. the key words picked out. It's like, wow, that's weird. Okay, it almost doesn't make sense. Sometimes it's like 3 or 4 letters, or a letter here, a letter there. Other spots it'll be like a whole word. Looks like there's probably like 8 to 12, or I'd say probably 10 to 12 different spots where it's lit up.
There'll be a bird like tilt of the head as he reads over it here and there, and then he'll shake his head and make his way over to the door on the eastern wall here.
Okay. Yeah, there are doors on the east and west, and they're both closed, and a set of double doors to the south that are hanging open.
When attempting to open this door, does it appear to be locked?
Given the quick handle check, it doesn't seem to be locked.
Okay, we'll open that
Your
door up
handle
then.
jiggle. Open it up. It's this 15 by 10. Looks like it's probably some sort of chancel or storage room. Or it might have been used as like a chancel or like a bedroom originally, but it's used as a storage room now. A lot of boxes of not exactly pleasant, but serviceable foodstuffs. Some filled water skins. Give me an
Taking
investigation check.
quick stock of my body here, do I feel at all like dehydrated or starving?
Uh, you don't feel full. It's like you're a little peckish. Like if you've gone a few days with just eating enough to get by, kind of thing.
Okay.
But like a quick check of your pack, you would still have all your stuff.
Yeah, I'll grab a water bottle though if
Okay.
it's full.
Yeah.
I'll look over my shoulder. I don't know how long we were down there. If you're hungry or thirsty, you can provision here.
It is always good to have water at least.
I
And I'll
just
hold out if there's more than one skin, I'll hold them out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
free
you'll find
food.
basically you'll find enough for like 10 rations,
Okay.
or 10 packs of rations with food and water. Uh, as you're like kind of pulling the stuff out, getting things out, also find this like small sack of hard candies kind of tucked in amongst it.
Hmm.
Eh.
I'll smell them. Like,
Yeah, given a quick whiff, I mean, they smell fresh, sweet, almost like Werther's Originals, like the caramel candies.
hmm. I'm a little baffled by them. That insect did not look like a grandma. Hmm. But I'll just pocket them anyway. I mean, you never know when you might need some sugar.
True. All right.
In the back of my head somewhere is a thought that insects like sugary things, but I'll just push that away for now.
But do interplanar space bugs like sugary things?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Oh no, our sugar supplies are at risk here. They can just appear and empty it.
Eh,
So, heading over to the other door then?
Yes, you would. Is
Okay.
this door also unlocked?
Uh, is this one of those like? Is anybody else going like while everybody's doing the other door, or is it just like everybody's checking the one door and going back? I just want to give Tong and Ying a chance if they want to do something while.
Sure.
Um,
You don't have to.
let's see what's going on in this room.
Yeah.
In the left door.
There seems to be a lot of broken benches.
Uh-huh.
Can I search the room for anything of note?
Oh, the room that you're
Like,
in, the
yeah, like
sanctuary.
if say someone like put something underneath a bench during some service or whatever, and they forgot to pick it up, like a flyer, or brochure, or
Mhm.
book. I don't know, something like that.
Join our
Uh,
cult. You know.
As you're kind of looking around, like imagine there's like you kind of kick some stuff around. It looks like this place has been abandoned for some time, picked over pretty thoroughly. Uh, you're not going to find very much.
Alright.
Nothing really notable. Maybe a couple of pages from a holy book,
Cool. I'll
or the
pocket
cover
those.
of or the cover of a different one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pocket all the strange stuff I see.
Tom.
Fall and check out check out the rooms with the group.
Okay.
Didn't have anything specifically to add yet.
Nope. Yeah, you got the chancel storage. You got the destroyed sanctuary. And okay. Who wants to open that west door?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that another door in that shadow there?
Yeah, on the western wall.
Yeah.
I will open it if nobody else gets to it first.
As Tong steps up to it.
Like, that's what I'll do.
Is Tong opening it or is Grouse opening it?
If you're going ahead, go ahead.
We're all chickens. What can you say?
I'll go. All right,
That's
Tong
okay.
opens it.
No, you're
Tongue.
a crow, silly.
Can you give me a strength save?
All right.
We're looking for a 16.
Ain't gonna be great. Oh, almost rolled to a 19.
Almost.
Oh,
Well, that's a
well.
9. So, Tong, you're going to go to open this door. Like, I imagine there's like Grouse and Menzo is walking out of the chancel. Like, okay, well, just foodstuffs in there while Ying's like kicking boards around. It's like, okay, well, what's in this door? And you push the door open, and rocks are going to fall out. You're going to take some bludgeoning
Oh.
damage.
I'm dead.
2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep, he's dead.
You've got 9 hit points.
I-
No, so you're going to push this door open, and it's technically not trapped. It's just there's all kinds of rubble on the other side. So, like, as soon as you open this door, just those rocks come pouring out and just kind of barrel over you.
no.
Looking in there, you can see like the other side of this doorway is completely just caved in. It would take some major excavation to get through there.
Let's get cracking.
Start digging or start dying.
There's also
I
a
think
door.
that
There's also the hallway to the south. I mean,
Yeah.
Can Yin search the rots that fell to see if there's any sling-shaped rots?
Celine shapes. Oh,
Sling.
sling. Oh, like throwing rocks. You've got
Yes.
ammo.
I always take more ammo.
Give me a survival wisdom. How many can you find? Yeah, you'd be fine enough
Yeah.
for another pack. Another 20 pack
Sweet.
of sling bullets.
Man, this is what you call rocking out.
Right?
So wait,
Boo!
so
Mhm.
there was a rock fall, but we
Mhm.
can't. Can we see beyond it or no?
No, it's just that full.
Okay, then.
Then I'd rather go south before we try to dig out any rubble or anything.
Yeah, I mean, even like looking down the south, like you can see there are doors at the other end of the south.
This seems a much clearer path.
That said, like as like the whoever like goes up there first, as you get up there, you'll kind of like look and you'll see there's like about halfway down the hallway, there's some almost glistening clean angular chunks.
Interesting.
A little over halfway down this hallway.
Like chunks of rock chunks? Or we just don't know. They're just shiny and clean looking.
Give me a perception check.
Hmm. That
6.
I
From
squint a
here, it's a
little.
little tough to tell.
Ooh,
Yeah,
shiny.
it's. But I mean, the rest of the hallway, like the floor itself, is nice and smooth.
Well, I'm gonna
There's some glistening chunks.
flutter over there. So I'm not necessarily touching the ground at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
What are shiny rocks?
As you get closer, it looks like it almost looks like chunks of like. At first glance, like, oh, it's a big piece of like pot roast. And then you get
Oh
closer, it's like,
no.
oh, that's not roast, or well, not any roast you would hopefully want to eat. And
Oh,
then
dear.
you'll start to get that as you're over everything, you'll get that smell, like that almost hospital hyper clean smell.
Hmm. I'm gonna back up a little. Like, this is probably nothing good.
Mm. As you're like, so like I say, you'll get that smell, and even before you back up, like you'll be able to look down at that that lump of not pot roast, and you'll see as it's almost melting into the ground, and just pouring out over the floor. It looks like the floor
So,
is coated with just a slick of something.
ooh. So I'm going to flap back
Mm-hmm.
over here, and then I guess maybe I'll ask Ying for one of his little rocks.
Sure.
Might I have a rock, please?
I looked through the rocks to find the one that I think is the least valuable. I give her that one.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna try to toss it down where the melty flesh is.
Yeah, so you kind of give it a little bit of a toss, and it'll hit, and you'll see as it hits with like a pop and a sizzle, and it just melts.
Uh,
It doesn't quite hit like where the roast was at. Like it hits probably like 4 or 5 feet short, but it still just and
hmm.
melts away.
This does not appear to be a viable method of egress.
There is a door at the other end, though.
Ooh. What if we take one of the barrels from the storage room and just push it down the hallway to see how far it gets?
Mm. It's an option.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And Menza will just sort of shrug.
He says in his character voice.
And I'll look at Tong and Grouse and like, what do you think? The floor appears to be coated with, oh, I don't know, something very nasty.
Oh yeah, you do haul dark vision, don't you? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I will go ahead and step forward and see if I can pick out any more detail about this substance.
Yeah, I'll point out the remains of the rock and whatever flesh based thing was there.
Mm-hmm.
Does this appear to be appendages of some creatures, or does this appear to be some artificial trap? What are we dealing with here?
So, give me a survival intelligence. 14. Okay. So this doesn't. Grouse, you're gonna be kind of looking at this, and you'll get kind of like glints of like light coming through the walls here and there, and you're gonna see a sheen over this hallway, the entire length. It looks like there's just a thin layer of liquid running all the way down it. Looking back and forth, it doesn't necessarily look to be like the results of a trap. Almost as if this was like the remnants of something.
Okay.
So the chunks of flesh would have been, who knows, a previous victim. Don't know, but kind of given it like a couple of rocks here and there, you will determine that essentially this whole floor is coated with just like 2 to 3 inches of like a low grade acid. It's like a D4
I was
acid.
going to say, is it possible that this is the result of some kind of ooze type creature that has
Reasonable
made
guess.
its way through the hallway?
Hallway does look pretty clean. Could very well be.
I have an idea. Those broken benches.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I want to get a board, like something that I can use kind of like as a stick.
Mhm.
And I want to get as much of an intact one as possible. I want to put it on that acid and kind of see if I can scoot a bit. If it starts to like burn up real quick, I'll hop off. But basically, I want to see if I could gondola my way across this by like standing on a
Like a bench
door.
boat.
Yeah, like a
I'm
bench boat. Okay.
It's basically I'm hoping like that the acid is enough of a lubricant that I could just shove the bench across, like
Mhm.
slide it across the floor, because
Okay.
it's definitely not enough to float on,
Give
and I'm not sure if I
me.
could do that on dry floor.
Hmm. Give me athletics. I'm just debating strength or dex.
Oh, I have an idea.
What?
Arcane muscles. How about
Yes.
athletics, charisma?
Yeah. We'll do athletic strength. If you're gonna do arcane or arcane muscles, that lets you use your charisma for athletics instead.
You're right. So you're gonna see him like, all right, I got a plan. He's gonna throw one of the benches on the acid and like like grab one of the sticks and kind of take, not really a full like sprint start, but like a couple steps and kind of hop on and just start almost rowing at it as you just
Okay.
see like
Okay.
his arms swell up and kind of have a little glow to him as he just gets more buff. All right, athletics, charisma.
Yeah. Just set it to straight
There we
athletics
go.
and roll it that way. Yeah. Because the table should already do the hard work. 22.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh wait, shit.
That's fine. I can just take it. Ignore
Yeah,
the 3
3
on
off.
it. That's fine.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, even with a 19, Tong's gonna be able to slide across relatively easily, and you'll be able to get up to this door. Probably not soon enough, because it'll be one of those like you'll be able to kind of get across and imagine there's that like a jump and slide, and then quickly push yourself the rest of the way,
Yeah.
and you'll be able to get to this door. And this door is just it's not like closed and locked or anything like that. It's just kind of like somebody just quickly pulled it shut behind them, and you'll be able to get up to it and kind of push it across. And no sooner do you that you'll be able to
Hey.
hop off and watch as that board is just melting underneath of you, or that bench was melting underneath of you.
It's just gonna like hop off in the room, I guess. Just be like, all right, guys, good news. Doors or bench surfing. It works. Bad news. Whole shit ton of bones. Like, I'm not counting. This is a lot.
Uh,
I refuse to count this high.
That is a lot of bones, yes.
I'll just flap down the hallway.
Like this.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna take the same initiative and try and make a boat thing.
Okay. Ying, same thing. Give me athletics strength.
Oh no.
You got a +1.
Okay. Would it be a dex to try to, like,
I
you
wish
know, a
it was that.
skimboard? To just run and
It
jump
can't
on
be
it like a
acrobatics.
skimboard?
I'll let you do athletics dex.
All right. Athletics.
Okay.
There you go.
Much,
Give me an athletics dex.
you ever, much, you
I
ever
just
try to use a
acrobatics. My
skimboard?
bad.
It's the
Athletics.
same thing for you, actually. Athletics dex.
Oh, it is the same thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So,
my bad.
that's fine. 22. Same thing. Ying, you'll be able to kind of slide down. Like, you won't quite get as many pushes from it, but, like, you'll at least get towards the end, like, and a quick, like, little, like, a double wall hop kind of thing, and you'll be able to make it across.
So, like, right when he gets through the door, he's like, oh, that was the second most scariest thing I've seen in my life after he sees this room.
Grouse, what would you like to do? How would you like to get across this?
I'm also going to go surfing on this acid hallway.
Okay. You don't want to disrobe and fly?
No, no, not here.
I was going to say mostly because that would leave his armor behind, which wouldn't be
Well, you
great.
can carry it. It's just he can't fly while he's wearing it.
They don't have wing holes in plate armor.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. So, Grouse, you'll be able to hop across here pretty quick too.
Well, 22s.
Oh yeah, all 22s. Now here's the thing, Grouse. As you get across here, you're gonna get that. Remember how we mentioned that divine sense works with
Mhm.
level up? It's like an area ping. You don't get distance and direction or quantity, but you know, oh, they're near. You know they're within 30 feet.
Mhm.
You're gonna get a couple of pings. And it'll be one of those, like, as you do. Is this such a neutral? Neutral. There we go. Yeah. Burp, burp. There'll be a couple of skeletons that kind of pull themselves up out of this pile. They don't like necessarily have. They're not. They don't seem outwardly hostile to you. They just kind of lift themselves up and stand not at attention, but at the ready.
We still have our robes on, huh?
You do.
Yeah, they look like they're standing out at the ready. I'm just gonna stare for a bit and. How do we get out of here?
Oh, you'll see a door to the west there, to the left.
And he's just like looking at the skeletons, like all the way out of here.
We just keep on walking. We are fitting in. We're normal. We just keep on walking.
I lean back toward Tong. They don't talk.
Hmm. Do they appear hostile, or they're just sort of standing there?
They're just kind of standing there. I mean, like their backs aren't towards you or anything, and they very clearly see you.
I am going to use my trait,
Mhm.
easily unseen. When a creature first comes within line of sight of you, you can use I can use my reaction to hide, even if I don't have anything to hide behind.
Okay.
So I gain an expertise die on my stealth check. So I'm just gonna try to stealth right over to that door.
A track.
I'm just gonna walk right over, so Menzo can use me as cover.
Yeah, so I'm just I mean, I just think the ability is funny. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
I'm
much
just
like a.
gonna-
Oh shit!
so I'm
ah!"
just gonna like walk behind. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk behind Grouse, like la 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 la.
just gonna
Okay.
chest out and stroll like I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah,
same
there
thing.
we go.
Okay.
See, a 10, perfect, just fine. Nobody will ever see me.
Yeah,
I was just
pretty
like
much.
Menzo's like walking across, and there's like the occasional like, bone just gets kicked out. It's like,
Oh,
but yeah, I mean, otherwise, like as you walk past these skeletons, they'll give like a head nod, uh, like a respectful head nod to you guys. They'll
I
step
had
aside.
nod back.
So as you enter this western hallway, even before you get all that far, there's very clearly a pit.
Oh, it's a pit. Okay.
Yeah, and now I can't. There we go. Okay. 30-foot long hallway, 5 foot wide. At the end, you can see there's a like this kind of oddly shaped stone door with this old rusted lever in front of it. And partway down this hallway, uh, there is there's an open pit that like on your side, and you can see across where it looks like it's about 10 feet deep, and that the far side is not flipped down. I guess think of it like the stereotype pitfall trap, where like the floor folds away, and
Mhm.
only one side of this has fallen away. But it's only about 10 feet wide, so there's also it looks to be almost a pile or like a rope kind of on your side, kind of piled up on the floor. But Grouse, if you were to walk up and kind of look over the edge, it looks like it's about 20 foot deep, 10 feet wide, and there's some pretty nasty looking spikes at the bottom. So very much your stereotypical pit trap.
Gotcha.
uh, perhaps I should test the strength of that trap. And basically, Menzo is offering to fly over there and kind of gingerly land on that side to see if it would take the weight of the other party members, or is it just going to collapse? Basically, because am I understanding it right that there's like another flap that could go down theoretically,
Mhm.
dropping you in the pit?
Correct. Yeah, and even just like from the side that you guys are on, like you can see where it's not flush flat like it should be. Like it looks like it might have gotten like stuck on something, or like if it started to trigger and somebody hopped off of it just in time, kind of thing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna fly over and see. Whoops, there we go, and just sort of gingerly set down there to see what it does, and if I feel it starting to drop, I'll pop up again.
Yeah, so you'll kind of settle down on it, and yeah, about what you thought is you'll settle down on it, and you'll feel as it starts to creak down. It doesn't quite flip all the way down, but you very much get the sense anyone heavier than Menzo, or if you were to jump on it, then it would probably collapse.
So I'll fly past wherever it seems like that hinge is.
Right about there. Yep.
I presume closer to the door, it's solid.
Yep.
Okay. And is this some kind of lever?
Basically like that. Oh yeah, yeah. There's an old rusty lever right there. It looks like one of those again, like that stereotype floor leverage.
So I am weak as anything. Hmm. which way does the lever pull? Like, does it pull towards where the rest of the group is down that end of the hallway?
It looks like this lever is set to do like a 90-degree tilt, and right now it's set kind of down. And you could pull it up, and it would be up near the wall/door.
Hmm. Yeah, because what I was hoping was we could like tie the rope around the thing, and they
Mhm.
could pull on it to get
Mhm.
the floor to come up or whatever it is that it does, but
Mhm.
because relying on my strength, probably not a great idea. Um, so I'll just sort of stand there and shrug, like, I think that is not strong enough for you.
What is your name?
Me? I am Menzo.
Menzo. Back up. I'll come over to you.
Okay, so I'll move all the way back against. Beware the edge.
I see it. I'm going to take a little bit of a step back, get a running start,
Mhm.
and with with the assistance of my glide feature, I would like to jump over both the pit and the covered portion of the pit.
Oh yeah, yeah. With that gliding ability, yeah, you'd be able to. So grass, you'd be able to kind of get up there, and there'd be that little bit of a you kind of arms out real quick, and you just kind of slide down the rest of the way, and you easily
Uh,
clear it.
Ooh, fly buddies. Because Menzo didn't really think that grouse could fly. Like he just assumed,
Mm-hmm.
the bird look was not decorative, but
I forgot to explicitly say it beforehand. Could I have taken one end of the rope and brought it across with me?
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's only
Okay.
10 feet, so even if you didn't, somebody could toss it across.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's a good 50-foot pile down there. So.
Okay, so let us swap places. I will pull the lever.
oh, by all means.
And I would like to take hold of the lever and pull it.
So you're standing in front of this door, and it's got this weird kind of
It's probably
angular
not a
edge
great
to it.
idea.
It's got this weird kind of almost angular edge to it. It's kind of like brickwork. Um, as you pull that lever up, it's like I said, it's a little bit of a rusty lever, so you got to put some weight into it and put your body into it. You'll hear the grind of stone as this doorway pulls back, and the shine of daylight is going to pour into these darkened catacombs.
Oh,
And then with a stuttering jolt, the door is going to swing open uh, the rest of the way with a hearty smack as you hear someone on the other side just start cursing. And
oops.
and Grouse and Menzo, if you look out, you're gonna look out into this kind of cluttered alleyway, and you're gonna hear the sounds of uh, bustle and civilization. And it sounds like there might be almost be like a marketplace nearby. Very contrast to the deadly silence that was inside the catacombs.
So I will
And
hand the end of the rope to Menzo.
Mhm.
Tie this off somewhere. Have the other two come across. I will see what's outside.
And Grouse, as you
Uh,
step out, you're gonna see this halfling, uh, uh, sitting on the ground, essentially rubbing his head, and very much the source of those curses. He's gonna kind of be picking himself up the cobblestones and rubbing this mark on his forehead that's quickly turning red. And he's gonna look up and see you. He's gonna whip this knife out real quick and just start to shout, and then like look at you and drop it once he sees your face. Like, oh, you. it'd be one of those like, what you put? Oh, shit! So, sorry, I didn't know I was talking to celebrities. Yeah, and he's gonna kind of gesture to the wall behind you. I'd imagine you're slightly confused, and he's gonna point to the wall behind you. And as you turn around, Grouse, you're gonna see plastered on the wall countless wanted posters, each one bearing a striking, if exaggerated, likeness of you and the rest of the party, with the words "Wanted, Dangerous Cultist, Dead or Alive, 100 Gold" written underneath of it. And this halfling's gonna look up at you and you you, you're not gonna like cut out my kidneys or whatever you cultists do, right?
No. Come here.
He'll be kind of hesitant, but okay.
How long have these posters been up?
Well, the posters have been up a couple of weeks. I mean, y'all been causing problems here in town for at least, I don't know, month and a half. I don't know how long y'all been here. We didn't notice for a couple of weeks.
He's gonna look back towards the entrance, towards where he last saw Menzo.
Mhm.
He's gonna look back towards his halfling. We don't know.
Inside, Tong and Ying. Let's see. Menzo, you were supposed to try to find something to tie that off to, right?
Yeah, is there anything that would work?
Are you looking inside or outside? I forgot.
Um, I guess I would look anywhere like within, a short range of where I am. Like up to the door. I would look a little bit out maybe, but I'm mostly
Mhm.
looking like around here
Right.
for
Uh,
like a hook or something that looks, not the big lever, but
right.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, a quick glance around, you'd probably find there's uh, either like the downspout outside, or there's something like just outside that you can kind of anchor it to. Even like
Yeah.
going to the edge of the stonework door and kind of wrapping around one edge of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, then the rest of y'all will be
Come,
able to get
come.
across. Where did my notes go? Notes. We'll close that one.
If we're getting across, just gonna kind of, well, upon realizing the wanted thing, just kind of take off the robe, shake it off to make sure there's nothing in there, and then throw it in the spike pit.
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing really worthwhile in it. So just toss it off, and you've got like your normal clothes underneath.
Only the second weirdest cult. But okay.
Uh, yeah. So as you guys kind of step out, you're gonna step out into this. Essentially, it's like an alley, just kind of off and around a corner from the main street.
I would like to say, I would like to get rid of that cloak, but I would like to cut out that symbol.
Okay.
So like a little square where the little inset thing is on. I'd like to just like have that little square
Oh
so for
yeah, yeah.
future reference I can say we're talking about these people,
Mm-hmm.
but get rid of the cloak. I'm sorry, that's all.
Cult patch. We'll call it a cult patch.
Are we next to that A right now?
Yeah, you guys are at the A essentially. Give me a second. Not engraved. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for?
Inscribed?
What am I wearing? Sewn in, not emblazoned.
Embroidered?
Embroidered, yes.
Embossed?
Embroidered or embossed. We'll go with embroidered. I feel like that's closer. There you go. You got a cult patch in your inventory now, Ying.
Sweet.
Ooh, I need to check something too. You don't have one. Neither do you. Okay. Yeah. So you guys are just like half a block off, just outside of this main shopping district. Basically at point A there. This halfling's gonna like pick himself up after he's picking himself up and talking to you. Belton Freedo, by the way. Happy you're not gonna, I don't know, like harvest my organs or something.
Call me Groose.
Bruce. Okay. Short and simple. Good.
Are we all we're all outside at this point, right?
Yeah, I imagine you're all outside.
I think so.
You mentioned not
Um,
remembering?
Yes, we definitely don't remember anything.
why
Hmm.
why are we on that poster?
Well, I mean, Captain Crestville's been to try to stamp you guys out for weeks. You guys are probably the most wanted criminals in the city. That's saying something. I mean, I know a few of them, but you guys are at the top of that list. I don't know where I'm going with this voice.
No, you're fine.
Eh,
How in the open are we
Menzo
right
has
now?
evilly affected you. Menzo is not criminal. Menzo is member of guild. Menzo is privateer.
Yes, yeah.
Not at all
See,
pirate.
see, that's the thing. Yeah, right. See, you and I will get along great. I'm a privateer too. I mean, I don't have the paperwork for it, but yeah, privateer. Look,
Come from they say paperwork is optional.
look. Either way, you're in the right part of the city. I mean, this is Redwall. Basically a lawless area town. You're fine. Guards almost never patrol down here. So, and imagine there's seeing Tong come out like after throwing his cloak away. Oh yeah, see, he's got the right idea. Well, it is the guards don't usually show up in here, but if you come out with robes looking cultists, they're probably gonna think you're cultists. So, and he'll kind of look to Groose and Menzo and lose the ropes.
Okay. I'll take off my cloak. Perfectly good cloak though.
He'll just nod his understanding and remove his cloak and stuff it in his pack.
So, remember I said the last thing most of you guys remembered was like heading into town?
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
The town you were heading into is not Redwall.
Oh.
For the
Oh.
questioning, he would let you know you guys are in like the Redwall area of the city of Northminster. You were not heading into Northminster.
This is like waking up in a completely another city.
Yes. The last thing any of you guys remember was heading into a town called Hengitsbury. And I'll type that out. And it was more of almost like a small to medium village. Couple hundred people, 1,000 at most. You are not there.
Yeah, Bruce will just kind of look around at like the roofs in the sky. I did not realize Hengitsbury was big enough for named parts of town.
Hengitsbury? No, this is Northminster.
North.
Yeah, city of Northminster.
That is not where I was headed.
Nor I.
But, what day is today?
And Belton would say the day.
Yeah, and presumably, like how many days have we lost? Basically, is my
A
question.
month, right?
It varies a little bit between you all, but yeah, 4 to 8 weeks.
Oh yeah, because if we've been causing trouble here for a month and this wasn't where we went in, yeah, that would be more than a month.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, you're looking at 1 to 2 months between all of y'all.
How is that possible?
The insectoid.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with that insectoid.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But why would a Calcos want us? I mean,
1, 2, 3,
This
4,
is just
5.
theoretically saying if it's true or not. I'm not sure if it's true, but theoretically, if we were being controlled by the thing, which we don't know, but it might be true, then maybe we were just pawns if we were theoretically controlled. Allegedly
True.
speaking.
well, certainly we didn't know what we were doing, so one presumes we were controlled.
6.
Hmm.
15. And it is the year. Let me see. What year? I'll plug in the year. Sure. 2843. Jesus. Okay. The year 843 of the second era. Sure. We now have a date. There we go.
Yeah, he's gonna. He'll ask. Has anyone else came out of this hole you seen before? Out of curiosity.
And Belton will kind of look around you. I didn't even know there was a hole there. And again, he'll kind of point to his head. Hence,
That was unintentional. I apologize.
Oh, no. No apologies necessary. I very much needed to watch where I was. I needed to watch out for hidden doors better. And you can see he's like, is that insulting? No, okay.
Hidden doors have a way of hiding on you. You never know when they're gonna strike.
Bruce, you mentioned strapping that broken plate and the warhammer to your pack. Was that just like to the outside or whatever?
Yeah, to the outside.
Okay. Belton's gonna take note of that. What are you doing with that? Because where did you get that?
There's a woman inside. She freed us.
Well, for your sake, I hope she's okay.
She's dead.
Oh. Oh.
Do you recognize this armor?
I mean, not personally or firsthand, but and he'll kind of like point to like an engraving, kind of like on the pommel of the warhammer and like on one of the pauldrons. Uh, that's the Crestvale logo. Um, I think those belong to Annika, uh, younger sister of. Well, remember I told you Captain Crestvale put those posters up and points to the wall.
Yes.
Annika's his sister.
Uh-oh.
So now I'm not saying you killed her. I'm not saying you had anything to do with it.
Of
But
course not.
and he'll kind of motion for you to like kneel down to him real quick, and he'll, as long as you do, he'll pull that cloak that you packed away, and he'll kind of like turn it inside out and wrap it over the armor and weapon. Let's not have that seen for all our sakes, eh?
Well,
And yeah, he'll try to use that cloak to cover it up as best he can.
and he'll kneel there and hold still while Belton does that, but he looks around at the others. We have what amounts to a murder weapon. If we go to Captain Crestvale, we can show him the evidence. None of the weapons that we wield caused that wound, caused the damage to this armor. We can show him where we woke up.
And Belton's gonna almost like he's gonna kind of staple his fingers and like steeple tap his fingers like. So your plan is to tell the man who wants you dead or alive where his dead sister's at when you have the murder weapon and say that it wasn't you?
Well, it's not as though any of us
Do
are
any of
wielding
us have a yeah, do any
Yes,
of
I
us
see
have a
nothing wrong with
stinger?
this.
And I'll hold out the stinger to say, I think it is obvious that none of us possess this.
Well,
The murderer lies dead next to this Annika.
I'm not trying to I'm not trying to kill your idea. However, Tariq Crestvale's not exactly known for being lenient with lawbreakers alone, let alone cultists. I can only imagine how he would react with his dead sister.
Well,
Again,
I mean,
not that your idea is bad.
the way I see it, if we just go there openly, surrender our weapons, and say, "Hey, we aren't cultists and we can prove it," what's gonna happen?
Is there any kind of check I can do based on my like experience with the what are they called?
The orcs?
The De Guerra?
The Guara?
Yeah. That
Yeah, with
that
your
will tell
privateers,
me what
your
will
raider
happen if
guys.
we try to do that.
Give me culture wisdom.
Okay. Culture wisdom, you said, right?
Yep, culture wisdom. 22. Okay. So, Menzo, in your experience, based on what Belton is describing for this captain of the guard, with Captain Tariq Crestvale, he's very much a by the book, like by the letter of the law, like kind of person. And based on how he's describing him and your experience with that type of guard, if you show up with this story, regardless of how true it is, he's gonna hang you on the spot.
Hmm.
You'll have no chance to, like, hey, yeah, your dead sister's over here. Here's the weapon. Oh, yeah, yeah, those posters, that's not us. Or, well, it is, but we didn't do it. But we did, but it wasn't our fault. Yeah,
Hmm.
good luck. I mean, we're talking like D100 getting a 100 and surviving.
Hmm. Okay then.
Mm-hmm,
Uh,
mm-hmm.
so I will share that knowledge with the group. I believe that our new friend um, is indicating that uh, such a strategy would not be successful. And in my experience, although not in this city, such types of law enforcement officials tend to be inflexible in their understanding of what happened, and they will see us and kill us. Perhaps we should find a location to, as they say, lay low.
Belton's going to kind of
That
scratch his
works.
chin for a moment. Just kind of thinks, apple pie, apple seed, apple. I'm gonna snap his finger. Granny Appleseed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This weird old broad lives out in the Weirwood. I, listen, uh, my cousin took a really nasty wallop a few years back. It went all kind of thick in the head. Could barely talk. Granny Appleseed did some magical what's it and kind of wave his hands, and he was all better. Even beat me at cards again. And, eh, listen, if there's anybody who can fix you, it'll be her. And it's a way out of the city too, which I mean, let's be honest, is good for you, good for a lot of you, because you can't really stay around here. The longer you stay here, the better the chance Captain's gonna find you, and with your heads. Uh, it just happens. I am something of a expert of imports and exports. We'll say. Now, I can't get you out of Northminster for free exactly, but, and he's gonna kind of take note of how everyone is dressed. I could help I could use your help with a few things before we get out of here. Tasks, uh, odds and ends, little things. Or, I mean, by all means, like, you don't need to. You could go find your own way out. And I leave, and I never saw you.
What sort of tasks?
Well, there's a few things I need to get before we leave the city. Find it. Not order. Here we go. I can think of three things specifically. First, there's a pair of goblins, uh, Mugs and Runs. Uh, eh, they owe me 20 gold. If you could collect that, that'd be great. They are over at. You find them over by the Whistling Well. That's point C on the map. Additionally, there's a Dr. Tinbellows. he runs a medical practice over on the east side of Redwall. Older dwarf fellow. He calls himself presents himself as a proper doctor, and does like giant air quotes. Uh, I need you to pick me up some dried yew claw bark. Uh, 4 or 5 pieces should be fine. Then once you're done with that, uh, you should probably stop by uh, the Thrifty Griffin. Uh, Real nice lady there. Let her know Belton sent you. You can stock up on whatever supplies you think you need. And that would be at point B. So you got point C, point D, point B. Once you get all that done, meet me over by Thrifty Griffin, and by then I should be able to get a wagon, and we'll get you guys out of here.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure. 12. Okay. What are you inciting? Or what are you trying to incite?
His intentions. I
Kind of a
I
sense
want to see
motive?
if. Yeah, I want to. So I'm trying to sense why he's asking us to do these things.
There does not, with a 12, he doesn't seem to be like holding anything back. It's very much like he's doing a business transaction thing. Like,
Okay.
he's trying to help you out.
Okay.
Shaking down goblins should be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems straightforward enough. Somehow I sense that I've had experience with this in the past.
Dr. Tinbellows does have an order for some dried yew claw bark for me. I believe it's like 3 or 4 pieces of yew claw bark. Pick that up, it will be golden. Yeah. Goblins owe me 20 gold, and then just stop by the shop and we'll be set. I'll meet you up back at the shop.
We
Okay.
will see you there.
Okay. And he's gonna go and trot off around the corner, rub his head, give his head a little bit of a shake for a second, and run off. Where'd you guys like to go first?
I could handle those goblins.
Go tell Daddy about the kitty. Go tell him.
And stupid rhyming names just appeal to me.
1 sec.
Not gonna lie, that just kind of made me get like, I want to meet them. They seem annoying. Maybe slap one.
Yeah.
Indeed. Let's go kick some goblins. I feel the need. Even though they're
need
probably
for
bigger than I
speed.
am. The need to speed my foot against their butt.
Exactly. I'm just gonna use a sword, but okay.
Okay. So, heading over to these goblins. Runs and mugs. So you're getting over there. Like I said, they're over by the Whistling Well, and it'll be one of those things like you'll know you're near the Whistling Well probably a few blocks before you get to it. You're gonna hear like this occasional just odd whistling sound. It's almost like an echoey whistle. What it is the well in this area. The walls have dilapidated so much and they've fallen into disrepair that the well opens directly into the catacombs below. So occasionally air will go either up or down the well and it'll whistle into the catacombs.
That was the thing I was gonna ask. Before we leave that location, can I memorize any landmarks next to it, or be like, it was right next to this?
That spot in the wall, the secret door, where you came out.
Yeah.
It's kind of like almost like it kind of opens up to the back of an alley, but like once it closes, like you could push the wall back into it, and it looks just like brick. Uh, the only way that you could easily tell that it's there is knowing that like there's no way to easily tell that it's there without knowing there's a door there. Otherwise, it looks completely seamless.
Alright.
That's one of those things too. Like as you guys start to head off, I imagine there's like a let's push or at least push it somewhat back. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, like if that door closes, you can't tell where it's at. It's like the prints are the same. It closes that flush.
Hmm.
Do you guys want to do anything about that door? Like, because I'm thinking there's two things we can do. We can leave the door open,
Mhm.
maybe hope someone comes by and like spots something so the guard gets called in to investigate without us saying, "Hey, you should come investigate this," or we can just shut it and forget it exists.
Um, is the door we're coming from
Mhm.
connected to this larger church? Like, is it
Not
possible
directly.
that that's a building that people would come into otherwise? Or from what we walked through, it all just sort of looked abandoned, like that nobody would normally come in.
Mostly it looked abandoned. Yeah.
Okay. Mm, perhaps leaving the door open would invite more inquiry, perhaps?
We should close it. There are undead within that could harm innocent people.
Oh, right.
Or people could stumble into the pit unawares and die. And that would be pinned on us.
Oh yeah, the pit.
Well, yeah, we have the
Oh
pit
yeah,
too.
that
Yeah,
pit.
Yeah,
That
that
Halloween
really like
fort
dropped out of my
attack.
mind. I didn't think about that till now. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was just like, oh, sure, we got out fine. Nobody should have trouble with it.
We probably should shut the door then.
So you can try to shut the door.
Oh,
Okay.
well.
But can I like edge in the wall a little bit, some symbol?
Sure.
So I was like, haha, I know what door it is because I put the symbol here.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Sure. So, Ying will kind of like carve into one of the bricks, like a marking, like hidden, or basically like thieves can't hidden door kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Heading over to these goblins. Goblins owe Belton money. So, as you guys kind of head into this area, you're gonna see a pair of goblins. I mean, like you recognize goblins, but one of these goblins looks to be at least a good head and shoulders taller than the other one. The taller one is wearing like this oversized muscle shirt and a bowler cap, while the
Ah,
shorter one has like this trench coat, and like you can kind of see like where there's like little bulges in it, like he's got pockets inside of it.
What were their names?
Mugs and Runs. Runs is the smaller one.
All right.
Yeah.
I have a plan.
Okay.
All right. And, crap. What was? Can't remember the halfling's name. Is he in there?
Belton.
Belton. All right. Yeah.
Belton Freedude.
I don't know why, but I don't think Belton is ever going to stick in my. I'm just going to type that out. All right. So I'm sort of walking up to Muggs, and I would like to cast friends on him.
Okay.
So or it's not advantage.
Let's
It's basically when I use a charisma check against the target, I gain an expertise die, which is
Oh, one sec.
wait, is
I'll
that
fix it.
kind of like the student die? Well, like D6 or something added.
I'll fix it. In a sec. Ability or skill check, charisma. It's not concentration. It is 1 round. Self. Next action. There you go.
All right.
Now you can do
And
the thingy.
ah,
Got it.
okay.
You don't have
Ah,
arcane muscles anymore. Okay.
All right. So, friends, I guess it's similar to a charm person, where it's just they kind of, at least for some reason they don't quite know, feel at least friendly towards me, kind of familiar.
Mhm.
Could just kind of work myself in as vaguely familiar, which kind of fits with the
Mhm.
faceless thing of just pretending you know someone.
Oh.
Like, hey, Mugs. Hey, look, not much time to stop and chat, but Belton needs that 20 gold you owe him. Look, we gotta run real quick, but if you can just if you'll have that on you, it'd be really doing me a favor to help me get this out real quick. This is, I look, I'll hit you back when I get back in town. I know you don't, we didn't talk long, but look, you know I'm good for it.
Give me deception
And I,
check.
yes.
It's gonna be a sizably high roll.
All right. Do the one thing I do.
It's true. You are excellent at
You
deception.
Piece of shit dice. All right, I rolled it off
In
the
the
board that time.
box.
That one was
Yeah.
me.
There we go.
Okay, oh damn!
Oh, that's a 10.
Damn, that would have been like a 21 earlier.
Ooh, that's
I
rough.
need to get better at throwing shit in the box. Oh well.
So, Muggs is gonna kind of like very quickly you're gonna see Muggs almost like climbing, clambering over Runs as like you guys approach talking. Runs is gonna kind of like uh look back. He's kind of chewing on the cigar, gonna spit out the butt of the cigar. Lousy snuff ain't getting nothing but copper sniffs. We ain't paying yous nothing neither. Muggs is gonna be kind of standing behind him. Yeah, nothing.
Mm. Okay. Oh, they're
I'm
so cute.
sorry, I am in charge of the funny voices in this group.
Okay, so I don't like listening to you, so let's make this quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you in you. And just point at the big one when the first one, and then point at the small one in you. If I don't get the money soon.
Ooh, okay.
Can I attempt to
Intimidation.
Yeah. Give me intimidation, charisma. Well, I get
my arcane muscles swell up a little bit.
yeah, you're kind of kicking off your arcane muscles. Yeah, give me intimidation, charisma.
Do you feel a little chaotic evil right now for intimidating such cute goblins?
11. Okay.
Okay, stick to the punching. Got it. The orc side.
So the deception to get the money out of him was a 12. And the intimidation was a 16. uh yeah, so they're gonna try to fight you. Or at least Muggs is?
Hold on. Could
Uh-huh.
I use so my inspiration feature
Mhm.
is ingenious double talk.
Ooh.
Undaunted by momentary setbacks, you twist conversations in any direction with an inspired turn of phrase and confusing double talk, blah, blah, blah. When you or a friendly creature you can hear fails a deception or persuasion.
Mhm.
It doesn't say intimidation specifically, but you know.
I'll let it
You
go.
can use reaction to spend your inspiration and undo any consequences of the failed check. Oh, so I guess it doesn't.
Well, he still did deception.
Yeah.
Sure.
But we still want to kick their ass, so I'm not sure that that actually puts us in a better situation.
Well, do you
Nah.
just want to rob them, or do you want to rob them and beat them too?
I'm just saying, we're doing this to prove that we're innocent, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Beating up a goblin shouting, "We're the good guys! Give me your fucking money!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Muggs bows up to Tong like that,
Mhm.
Groose is gonna step up
Okay.
and he's going to beat his wings once heavily at Muggs and puff up as much as he can in his heavy armor.
Okay.
You owe Belton money. 20 gold pieces. You will pay the money now, and we will take it to him. That is the arrangement. Is that understood?
Give me an intimidation strength. This feels like a strength one. You're kind of using your physicality.
Shit.
That's 24.
Nice.
Runs very quickly. Cows back down. As listen, fine. Here, and he's gonna toss you this little sack of coins. Listen, next time Belton's gonna give me some stuff, it better be fucking good snuff. If I ever see him again in this neighborhood, yeah.
You tell
And
him, boss.
Groose is going to hand off the gold to
Can
Tong.
I?
Mhm.
Can I count that gold out to make sure we got 20 gold pieces?
Yeah, there's 20 gold in there.
Open check it.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yep, 20 gold.
We will
Awesome.
make Belton aware of your request.
And
Good day.
Runs is gonna start to kind of like back up and kind of like bump into Muggs and like spin around. And Muggs is gonna like as Muggs is slinking away, Runs will kind of give him a kick. Let's go. And they're gonna head off.
Oh, they're so cute.
You guys
Feel
got 20
bad.
gold.
I feel bad about what we just did.
Do ya?
I don't. They had funny voices.
This is a means to an end.
There can only be one.
Exactly.
Lord, never roll a non-performance charisma check, no matter what character I play. For like 3 years, it's been this kind of result.
No.
One day, I believe in you.
Someone will give a shit about something my character says.
Where to next?
Who are you again?
I am faceless.
On to the doctor's office.
Sure.
Yeah, we got the doctor's office and then the supply shop.
Yeah,
The-
then the shop or
The
tavern.
Thrifty Griffin
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and or Dr. Tin.
Let's go see the doctor.
Yeah, Thrifty Griffin is where we're meeting Belton. So
Right.
figured we'll go there last.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Arc that he's totally not making PMT out of.
So, guys, give me either nature or survival intelligence. If you have herbalism kits or something like that, you could use that. Or you could add a +2 to your check as well. What do you guys know about Euclaw bark? Just
Are
like
we
kind
all
of,
rolling?
sure.
Mm,
And we'll just do it as a group check. So half you guys make it, half you don't. As long
Well,
as half
I
you guys
had
make
that
it.
healing salve thing. Does that give me any benefit?
Healing salves. That lets you
That
on a
lets
long
me
rest.
make
You can basically you can get enough materials to make
right,
healing
but it
potions.
doesn't seem to be connected to like an herbalism kit, as far as I
Right.
can tell.
Correct.
So I'm sorry. So it's just a medicine check then.
Um, nature or medicine. Yeah. Sorry, I
Okay.
said nature or survival. I meant nature and medicine.
Okay. Nah.
You guys rolled well enough. I mean, you would know basically what it is. So, Uclaw bark is when it's dried. It's this strip of kind of dried yellow bark. It's usually seen as something of a controlled substance. It's not as bad as like cocaine or like that, but it's more like society looks at it almost like a marijuana, but it's more of a stimulant. It's like coffee. Like if you were to just chew on a piece of bark and it gave you like a dose of caffeine. Eating strips of this stuff will it clarifies the mind. It gives you an expertise die on intelligence saves for an hour.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. They usually run about like because it's something of a controlled substance. Like I said not completely illegal, but like if you were going to miss businesses, they would probably drug test for it.
It's
It runs
weed.
about yeah, it's caffeine weed. Yeah.
It's coca leaves, which apparently
Well, actually, yeah, that would be.
people in the Andes chew all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
It runs about 5 gold per dose per piece, like that. And he was asking for like, yeah, I put it in an order. Try to get like 3 or 4. But yeah, that's what you guys know about dried Uclaw. Heading over to it. When you get inside, when you get there, there's this. It's this almost ramshackle, kind of almost a stand. There's a sign proudly displayed that looks like it was literally ripped off the front of a building that says Tin Bellows Medical Practice.
Hmm.
And if you were to go over and like kind of look inside, you would find this little dwarf fellow in like he's in nice clothes, but like they look a little thin. Like they're worn a little thin. And this dwarf is going to be kind of puttering around the shop.
our character will say out loud, "Ah, guys, I think we found Dr. Iron."
Iron?
Wasn't it
Dr. Tinbellows.
Tin Bellows? Yeah. Oh,
name
get
is
it.
right on the front.
Tin Bellows Iron.
So Ying is slowly working at like getting -20 level. You're going the wrong way on these levels.
Yeah, he's going down pretty
I
fast.
mean, you're
though.
already at like 6 or 7.
Anyway, Dr. Copper Bellows. Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would see this older dwarf kind of puttering around in the shop, cleaning instruments, things like that. There's like one of those reclining barber chairs, kind of in one side or one corner, and like a tray with a few different instruments on it. It looks fairly clean at a glance. I mean, like no body parts or anything falling off of it.
So Gruce will step forward. Excuse me, doctor.
Yes, can I help you?
Yes, we are here on Belton's behalf to pick up an order of dried claw.
Belton. Belton. Oh, Mr. Freedo. Yes, yes, yes. Claw bark. One moment. And he's gonna kind of go over like behind a counter and like be pulling boxes out, things like, and you'll kind of hear him kind of muttering to himself, and every now and pipe up. You know, this stuff is a little difficult to get a hold of nowadays. What with the captain cracking down and everything.
I can well imagine.
And he'll eventually kind of get this again kind of a smaller pouch. Set this pouch up here. Okay. He wanted what was it? 3 pieces. Yes.
Or 5, or what you have.
Well, I do believe I was able to get 3. Now there is the matter of payment. As I said, these materials are a little difficult to get a hold of anymore. I don't even know necessarily who uses them in this city. But regardless, 15 gold.
I'd like to try and determine if this guy is trying to shake us down, because the understanding that I had at least is that we were just picking up, that the order had been placed already and dealt with.
Mm-hmm. Uh, sure. Give me an insight. I seems to be like that's one of those like you were remembering correctly. Belton did say it's like, yeah, the order's placed. You just got to pick it up. And Dr. Tillenbill's basically doesn't seem to be necessarily shaking you down or anything, but is like looking towards you. It's like, look, he asked for it. I got the material. You got the money. Eh?
Our understanding was that we were simply to pick it up.
I'm not working a soup kitchen here. He asked for the materials. He was supposed to pay me.
Do you perhaps owe him money? We have collected from others.
No. He paid a small portion up front for the time and the import fees, and then owes me the rest upon delivery. Fairly common.
I'll look over at I'll look over at Tong. Pay out of the money we obtained already.
All right, he's gonna pull out there's 15 of the 20 goblin gold,
Mhm.
and pay out of there.
Okay.
Got it.
Excellent. It'll be one of those like as like Tong's handing the money over. Young man, are you feeling okay? And he'll kind of like take note of like the bruises and cuts and stuff Tong's got all over him from the boulders.
Yeah.
Rocks fell. No one died.
If you prefer, I may have something that can help with that.
I'll get a little better.
Uh,
I don't feel like spending much money.
Very well, very well. I mean, what could I possibly know? It's not like I'm a doctor or anything. Do you need anything else while you're here? I am quite busy. And like as you're looking around, there's nobody here.
No, but we appreciate the time.
Yes.
No one's here right now. Who are you busy with?
It takes a lot to maintain this shop. I keep things organized, clean, hygienic. You need to leave. And he's gonna start
Can I
motioning
do
you
that?
guys out.
Can I do that? What's the skill I got?
I don't know.
Actions. Fashion sense. Can I do fashion sense? Of
Sure. Let's see. Fashion sense. That lets you know.
Then-
Dwarf. Uh, Cosmopolitan. What's your charisma? He does have a lower charisma score than you. And you like maybe one of those like as you're kind of like his social standing in the local majority culture is. Oh wait, I guess you have to make an insight or history check. Derp.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Insight and/or history. I have a better insight than history, so here I
Sure.
go.
12. Okay. You'd get the first two. You're not quite sure of his social standing. Probably not good.
Ah, I would imagine so in your standing, not having very many customers. Gotcha. All right, we should get out before I offend you or something like that.
It's a little late for that. And it just kind of unceremoniously pushes you all out the door.
Hmm.
It doesn't slam it behind you, but it is very much like a get up.
If I look around,
Mhm.
do I see anyone like loitering or trying to look like inconspicuous or whatever? Like, I'm just wondering if, in fact, he was meeting with someone else, and that's what all of this weirdness was about, or
Give me
just
perception.
okay.
18. Okay. You are gonna see it'd be one of those like, okay, what was that all about? And kind of looking around, I was like, okay, anybody out here kind of thing. You're gonna see to one end of the street somebody kind of like sitting there, like their head kind of craned around the corner. And as you guys come out, you're gonna see them as they see you, and their eyes are gonna go wide, and they're gonna run and bolt.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
I start chasing.
You can get down to the
Nope.
corner, and there's no sight of them.
I think perhaps we might want to be running instead of chasing.
Back to Belton.
Yep.
Let's just get out of here. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
2 out of 3.
What was that? There was a like a Le- Viva La Dirt League did like a Red Dead Redemption. Like you killed a guy. I saw you kill that guy. So you go chase down the witness. Somebody else. I saw you kill that guy. Shit. So heading back. Okay. Belton said to meet at the Thrifty Griffin, specifically behind it. But...
Yep.
So making your way over to the Thrifty Griffin. Poking inside. Are you just going to go straight to the backside of the Thrifty, or are you actually going to peck inside or check inside?
No, let's see what they have.
Okay. So you'll be able to kind of walk in the front, and there'll be that little that door chime. There's this elderly, looks like half elf, maybe, woman behind the counter. It goes by the name of Miss Margot. Well, hello, gentlemen and ladies. Come in.
Hello. We are supposed to be meeting Belton.
Belton. Belton. Doesn't ring a bell? Why?
Hmm.
He recommended that we stock up here before we left town.
Well,
Do we even?
the Thrifty Griffin is an excellent spot for survival gear and containers and all kinds of adventuring gear.
How much money do we have left from the from
5
the
gold.
50?
You got
Uh,
5 gold.
that perhaps will not buy us very much.
Well, I mean, she's got essentially all like the normal equipment you could buy off like the normal adventuring gear. She does have she has a deal right now on some old canned trail rations. And most of them have lost their labels. She's selling them for half price, 1 silver a piece.
Okay.
You have no idea how old they are, what they are. You know they're rations.
I have a strong stomach. Can't be an adventurer with a weak stomach.
Oh, well, yes,
Um,
yes, yes.
and
How many
how
would you
much
like?
We don't have any actual money of our own, though, do we?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about spending Belton's
Yeah, no.
money. Like,
I wouldn't spend his money.
Spending it on the stuff that he asked for when he didn't tell us that we were supposed to pay, that's one thing.
that's
Spending
one
it
thing, but
on
spending it on our stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, uh perhaps when we have done more jobs for people, we will come back. This is a lovely shop. And Menza will sort of half bow to her.
Why, thank you. And as you kind of leave, like, well, at least you didn't waste my time. Thank you. Very much dripping with snark.
I think that was a passive aggressive statement.
One that does not need to be followed up on. Let's go.
Menzo is impervious to passive aggression. And I'll walk out. I have no sense of irony. Did I not explain this? So we'll go look around outside, I guess, to see if we can
So-
see Elton.
As you get outside, where did it go? There it is. That'd be one of those like about the time that you get outside and kind of like make it around the corner, you're gonna hear this angered, almost let me make sure I'm on the right one. Okay. Yeah, I am. You're gonna get around and you're gonna hear as this wagon kind of pulls up. And Belton's gonna throw down a few like heavy cloaks to each of you. Oh, come on, let's go.
All right.
Lost the voice.
Woke up.
Yeah, he's got this wagon, and in the back is piled with all kind of bedrolls, things like that. You're gonna looks like probably 20, 30, 40 bedrolls in the back of this thing. And this is very much just a situation of, well, come on, climb in, get underneath, keep your heads down, keep quiet. Did you get all the stuff I needed? All the stuff I asked for.
Yes, although it is not clear what you wanted at this shop, since we have no money.
Oh, no, I told you to meet here. And if you needed to get anything, this was a supply shop. You could get your stuff here while you're waiting for me.
Okay, well, we have no money, so no
Yeah,
supply.
we're kind of broke.
Yeah. As he's sitting here talking, you're gonna hear this just anger, like the scream of anger, kind of echo through the cluttered alleys or alleyways.
Oh, and perhaps we should let you know that someone saw us and sprinted away, which probably was not good.
Probably not. And you're gonna see several town guards, and I imagine there's like that. You guys all pack into the wagon, and as the wagon's pulling out into the courtyard, kind of peeking your heads over, or like out from these bedrolls. You're gonna see several town guards clustered around that secret entrance you guys came out of. And there's a man dressed in armor, trailing this bright red cape, coming out of the catacombs. That they've opened up that door, and he's holding, like, he's wailing and holding the body of that woman, and you can hear him scream. Sister, I swear I'll avenge you. Tear those cultists limb from limb. And at that point, Belton's gonna, it's like, whip, time to go. And he's gonna whip the horses real quick.
Man, my character's gonna whisper. Sure is a good thing we're not those cultist guys.
And
Mm.
as he starts to, as this wagon starts to go, I imagine, like, you have to go right past it anyway. Look at this. You have to get out the gate.
Well, I'm definitely using that skill again where I'm hiding.
Oh, I meant like you guys are all packed in underneath this thing.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
yeah.
And
La 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 la.
yeah. And he's gonna, like, Belton's gonna, like, whip these horses, and you're gonna see this cart start to take off. Or you're gonna feel this cart as it kind of lurches. And uh this is Tariq, Captain Tariq. He's gonna look up. There! Stop them! And he's pointing to the wagon. Be clear, he doesn't know if you guys are in there, but he just came out with his sister, and your guys' wagon just went, well, time to go! Not a good sign for you. Bad luck. So, and
Oh,
it's
yeah,
gonna be one of
this
those,
is
like,
bad
as
luck.
like that wagon's going, you're hearing that horse get whipped. Go, go, go! And you're gonna hear from underneath the cloaks, because at, like, this point, imagine, like, you guys all pulled your heads back, and you're gonna hear just this thunk. Oh, damn it! And Belton's gonna yell back to you guys, I could really use a hand out here.
Is there a way to get through the front of the wagon to the seat?
Well, yeah, there is. But that's gonna bring up something new. Close all these. So I got all these out of the way. Time to go. So, you guys are gonna be getting chased. Initiative checks and level up took a bit of a tweak. I mean, there is still, like, the basic combat still has dexterity, but for here, because we're not doing a straight fight, we're doing a chase. So why don't you guys give me insight wisdom for your initiative, and it'll be versus the guards' passive perceptions.
Not too bad.
Okay.
Oof.
I am going to be applying my inspiration feat to this roll.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and add that beforehand. Plus 5.
Hey.
Menzo.
For double digits at the very least.
Let's see. Ying was a 15. Tong is an 18. That minus 1. And Groose is an 11. Okay. And these guys are all going on 12.
So we got to get out of here.
So Belton is largely out of the fight. What this is going to be a chase. Now, what's going to happen is this cart has some momentum on its own. This horse is drawing this cart already. So it will continue forward. But somebody's going to have to get up there to drive it. And the way this is going to work, because the captain's already called for you guys to get caught, or for you guys to be captured. And you can kind of see on the map there, I put a little line. There's a couple of circles and obstacles in the way. You have 6 rounds to escape, or else this gate is completely closed, and you have to find an alternate way out with guards in tow.
Oh no.
One of you will have to drive the cart, because Belton can't do it. Whoever decides to drive the cart has totally separate actions. You're going to control like turning and acceleration and stuff like that. The rest of you have to decide what you're doing.
The people who are chasing us are on foot.
They're on horseback.
Okay.
I have no range capability, so I volunteer to drive the cart.
Okay, and I
And
am.
if any of you
already,
have,
so-
if any of you have, what is it? Proficiency in land vehicles, you can use that. I don't think any of you do, but
I
No.
do.
But what I do have is steady legs, which help me and my allies from becoming unbalanced.
true. And that might come in handy.
I suspect it would.
So this is out of character.
Mhm.
But I think what we should do is we should like push this guy to the side, the guy who helped us, and be like, we criminals have stole this from him and threatened him. Just so he doesn't get in trouble with the law.
Well, except
That
we
is-
need him.
Yeah, and I suspect he's already in trouble with the law. Because why else is he running? Like, he could have just left slowly,
Or
but
also,
You
it's
guys don't.
from
Okay.
description earlier, this doesn't seem like the kind of place where having an excuse matters.
No,
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
this is
When
not.
we-
This is not a guard captain to be reasoned with.
No. Especially like he just found his dead sister.
Yeah.
Stripped of weapons and armor.
Yeah, that's right. We have those.
oops.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we kind of have. Yeah.
And the murder weapon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Bruce, you
Okay.
mentioned you were going to climb out to start driving on your turn. I
Yes.
shared the wagon sheet to you.
Excellent.
You can just scroll all the way down. You've got actions. So what this is going to do? This vehicle, this wagon, is already moving forward. He's already whipped it forward. It already has a little bit of a head full, so it's moving at 60 feet, or it's moving at 60 feet per round. Every round at initiative 20, all individuals are going to move forward. Now that is let me think. That it will include the guards, the wagon, everything. The wagon itself will move forward 20 feet just on initiative 20. Plus whatever you end up doing on your turn. So like if you do a head full, it'll scoot forward 60 feet right there. If you can get 120 feet away, these guards will break off. You can turn it up to 90 degrees twice per turn, but that also kills your momentum. So you
Makes
would
sense.
only end up moving the 20 feet. And should the wagon be reduced to 40 hit points or lower, then we have to start looking at what's it called? Malfunctions. Hopefully, it doesn't malfunction because that's bad.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, okay.
Alrighty.
Along the route, like even as you guys are poking your heads out, this we'll go right out the gate. Oh, I can create an item. Move everyone. 20. All right. Everyone moves on 20. Got it. Tom, you're up first. So imagine
Okay.
like Tong's the first one to be able to poke his head out and say, "Oh shit!" Each square on this map is 25 feet, and these guys are already within that 20 feet. So.
And we need to get through the gate, you're saying?
Mm-hmm. You've got 6
Yes.
rounds to get through the gate. At the end of round 6, the gates will be fully closed.
Okay.
Tong, what would you like to start off with? Oh, we're also not doing random initiative each round this time. So
I'm really wishing I had like just a bunch of dead chickens or something on a belt that I could use as grenades with corpse explosion.
Eh,
Like it's like, wait, you just like someone gets hit in the face with a rat. It's like, what the hell? Boom!
boom.
I start whipping bedrolls at him.
True.
Yeah.
You do have bedrolls. You don't have any corpses, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So Tom
Yeah.
can't do a lot there.
Firebolt, chill touch.
Mhm.
I can firebolt.
Now,
Yeah,
this
can-
is like, despite what the map shows, this is still something of a marketplace. I mean,
Ah.
you guys are pretty much like the line, pretty much except for a couple of spots, goes right along the path, and like there's essentially like a walkway, and everybody's kind of scattering along the way. Now, along that path,
Flask of
there
oil.
are a couple of obstacles.
If you want, I
Alright.
could throw a flask of oil and you could light that on fire and we can just put the whole marketplace on fire.
What could possibly go wrong?
Let's try to minimize carnage where we can.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be throwing stuff first, I'm gonna just kind of swell up with the arcane muscles bit.
Oh, actually, let me do this because. Oh yeah, I was right. Okay. I had
Oh,
the right
wait.
spot. There we go. Yep.
Yeah, I
Arcane
guess
muscles,
next turn.
okay.
but- Yeah, so that is an action. So I'm just gonna kind of run to the edge and
Mhm.
kind of basically try to be targeted and tank a bit for a single hit before diving back under.
Okay. So
I-
stepping up to the edge. Say, okay.
Yeah, and just flexing, I guess.
Mhm.
Power. All right. Yeah.
I'll say that like you're inside this cart. I'm not gonna count movement for you, so Tong will pretty much have resistant to piercing most of this encounter.
Holding a bedroll and just flexing his
Mhm,
not normally large muscles.
Oh, did you hit arcane muscles or no?
Oh wait, yeah, I should actually press it. Oh yeah. Or is
There you go.
will automatically apply to myself if I can't click myself?
Already got it. Yeah, it's
Okay.
already set. So like, if you hit the button, it'll do it on yourself. So, but I got
Oh,
it.
okay.
So Tong's running up, and you just see like that arcane energy as he grabs bedrolls. Alright. Ying. Yeah.
So what's the environment around me?
Uh, marketplace. Like you've got like you guys are pretty much barreling down this not quite roadway but pathway. carts kind of whipping by either side, shop carts, things like that. People dodging out of the way.
Oh, this is like an Indiana Jones. Okay.
Oh, absolutely,
Uh,
yes.
Okay.
It
Gotcha.
is very much like Temple of Doom chasing through the city. I think
Oh,
that's
that's
Temple of Doom.
cool. All right. That case, I'll be simple. They're not in range of my sling, I'm guessing.
What's your sling? Let me see. 30, 120? I mean, they're in long range. There is one that's closer to you. Yeah.
That would be a disadvantage, right?
The one closest to you is regular.
Okay. What I want to do, what I think I want to do is for my main action, I just want to take that sling and I want to like hit the joint of that horse he's on.
Oh, you're trying to aim at the horse?
Yeah, like the legs of the horse.
You monster.
Yeah.
Let me see. Horses are what? I'll throw a horse on here, sure. Okay. Horses are much easier to hit.
Horses aren't large, are they?
Yes,
I think so,
they
yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Just to be sure, you guys don't want to do the light the market on fire plan.
Uh,
No.
we
All
would
right.
prefer not.
you're not doing
Darn.
a terrorism.
All right. In that case, the only other thing I have is let's start let's start getting rid of these horses. I'm gonna roll to attack this horse now.
A 14 will hit the horse. Which horse are you going after?
One
or three?
closest.
Okay. So
Three.
there's one of them. Okay. Okay. Oh, I've got it set hidden.
Oh, all right. It's too late to do it, but Nets, when my turn comes around, I'll ask you when my turn comes around if I could do that.
What?
Could I use my lightning breath as a booster for the cart?
Your thunder breath?
Yes.
Not lightning breath? Maybe in your next turn. You could attempt it.
Nets' turn.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Setting off a shaped charge on the back of the car.
I mean, you know.
It worked in Space Dandy, but he had cartoon magic.
My superpower, cartoon magic. It's like my hidden character talent.
Must not have disadvantage. Target must be within 5 feet of another enemy. Okay. Okay. That brings up Renzo.
I think following up on Ying's example, so the damage that he did that slow down the horse? Like, what do we have to do to actually get them out?
You've got a couple options. I mean, you could just straight up target the horses or the guards. The guards would be easier. Or trip them in some way. You are kind of, like I said, rushing past carts and things like that. Use a little bit of I know we don't do it a ton, but like a theater of the mind. You've got obstacles around that you could drop in front of it, or like I said, either take out the guard or take out the horse. It's arguably easier to take out the guard.
Yeah, what's in the back of this cart? Just the bedrolls?
Pretty much just bedrolls. Like he loaded this thing up with bedrolls.
Is guard 3 close enough that I could unroll a bedroll, which is really just blankets tied together, and kind of throw it in his face to, like, not to knock him off the horse necessarily,
Mhm.
but to like wrap it around him so that he's confused and disoriented and I guess blinded technically, but
I would actually treat that as like an improvised net.
okay.
Give me a
Uh,
dexterity check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you're still on a bumpy cart and you're trying to do this and
Well, except that I have what's it? The steady legs.
yeah.
Don't I not have advantage? Can I add my
I would
expertise
let
die?
I would let you I would let you add an expertise die to it.
Okay, so here's my D4. Okay, so that'll give me 3 more to
Mhm.
whatever this is. Okay.
Mhm.
And then I'm sorry, dexterity you said?
Dexterity check with disadvantage. Yes.
Okay, so that's disadvantage.
10. Okay.
So 3 plus
So
10
13.
plus 3, so 13.
Okay. 13, and you were just tossing it at one of the guards.
Yeah, basically I was just hoping to wrap it around his head, or hit him in the face or something so he
Mhm.
couldn't see where he was going.
The guard's gonna kind of like bring this, like he's gonna catch it with a spear and kind of like start to pull it away, but it's gonna like catch up on the horse, and it won't necessarily take him out of the fight, but it will slow him down.
Okay, cool.
Guard
That
3 is
was
gonna
kind
fall
of what I
back.
was hoping for. Okay, excellent. Aha! Do I have it? I don't really have any bonus actions, do I? Not really. Um,
Aggressive.
yeah, but how much closer can I actually run to them? Like,
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
oh, you know what I had, but it's fine for this term. I have that
Mhm.
reliable and vigilant. When you would make an ability or skill check or saving
Oh
throw,
yeah, yeah.
you can ignore one source of disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
But I only get to use that once, so it's
Once a
fine.
rest. Yeah.
I missed it.
But you will
last-
remember it next time. So.
Yes, I will. Okay, that's me.
All right. That brings up the wagon. I didn't. The wagon goes on. The wagon's got. What did they call it? Momentum. So it's gonna move forward. Oh yeah, yeah, that's fine. Guards. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 50 feet. What's the range on a guard's spear? 20, 60. Okay. Okay. There's gonna be a volley of spears that come uh, towards you guys. So we'll do this. I've already got disadvantage. I'm just gonna count all of them at once.
Anything comes at me, I have that one use of shield.
Yeah.
You also have resistance to piercing.
Oh yeah.
Because these are gonna go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 guys. Who are they targeting? 2, 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, 2. Or 2, 2, 2, 4. But the Tong's, you said Tong's standing up, right? Okay. So 3 of these will aim towards Tong. We'll make it easy.
All right.
I keep overthinking it.
Anything beats a 12, I'm hitting shield.
Well, like I said, you've also got resistance. So these are piercing.
Oh, yeah.
And you've got cover because you're in the wagon.
Oh, so that's like what, a 2?
Yeah, it's +2.
Yay, that gives me a 14.
And then one at Menzo. So 4 spears. And they kind of like stab, like there's probably like 1 or 2 that actually hit into the cart, and the others kind of all dodge around you. Riding horse. Belton is out of commission. I'm gonna hide him. Why is he not hidden already? Oh, because he's a friend. There we go. Bruce. Imagine about this point, kind of like Bruce, you're able to kind of poke your head up, shit, and climb up to the front of this cart. You will see Belton there, spear kind of stuck to his leg, stuck to the cart. He can't do much. Grabbing hold of these reins, looking ahead, there's a wagon ahead, like directly on the path. Like it is pulled across, and there's just enough space on either side to kind of whip around it, or you can barrel through it. Looks like a produce wagon, just at a glance. Piles of like leafy vegetables, green leafy vegetables, stuff like that. And beyond the wagon, you can just make out there is essentially a crowd forming, because they can hear this commotion going on. The guards are yelling. That these horses are going nuts. So there's a crowd starting to form just on the other side of this wagon. What's up over there?
Okay. So we're going to maneuver around the wagon before us.
Okay.
So that would move it 20 feet forward, and I may change the wagon's facing by up to 90 degrees. So I would change it south.
Okay. And head south.
Wait. How long does momentum last? Hold on. I just saw that. No, it just says momentum ends automatically after 1 minute if no actions with vehicle are taken. So by default, I just have momentum until until
you do something. No, basically until you do something. It's like if you maneuver, that'll end your momentum.
Okay. But maneuver also says this action cannot be performed while the vehicle has momentum.
That's more like a head full. So like the last command it was given was a head full, so it did that.
Okay.
So momentum basically lasts like until the next. It lasts like a round.
I see. Okay. All right. In that case, yes, I will maneuver and turn the wagon south. And as for, and I get an action separate from the wagon, right?
Your actions are basically steering and controlling the wagon. So you have choices you can do, but it takes a lot of effort to steer a horse.
Okay.
You would still have like a bonus action or a free action, but like your main action is commanding this wagon.
Right on. Okay, that's an action.
Too far. We're supposed to be up here. Still. I'll leave it. That's fine.
I will. What would it take to get the spear out of Belton's leg and get him behind me?
If you're not worried about, if you're not worried about further injury, just reach over and just yank it out. He wouldn't be happy about it, but
sure.
He's also been to a wagon, so I mean, he's probably not happy about that either.
Healing is an action too. Um, and he doesn't look like kitted out for any kind of combat, right? He's just like a
No.
dude.
Yeah, he's basically a merchant.
Gotcha. Yeah, in that case, I will reach over, grab hold of the spear in one hand, tell him this is going to hurt. And as I'm saying that, yank out the spear so he doesn't have time to like process that.
Oh yeah, he would absolutely like. There would be like, wait, what's gonna? Ah! No, no,
And
no,
I will
no.
throw this. I will throw the spear aside and tell him, get in the back, undercover.
Yeah, and he'd start climbing back as best he can.
Let me spell slots. Do I have 2? Okay, I can do that. I will cast Shield of Faith as a bonus action on Tong.
Okay.
That's cool.
That
There we go.
would be it, I think.
All right. End of the round. Why did it skip that? Move everyone. There we go. Okay. You lost momentum, so you're not moving forward.
But were we able to avoid that wagon?
Once you start moving next time, yeah. But the horses, the guards are on horses. The horses all have momentum. Their speed is doop, 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 doop. Because momentum at the start of your turn, you move half your speed. Ugh. How many times is Belton on combat tracker? Jeez. Tongue.
All right. So, doesn't look like they're close enough for me to do much except shoot fire bolts, which I'm not trying to shoot long range into an open crowd.
Don't blame you.
So, I'm going to make it as hard as possible to follow by keeping as many of the, keeping the bedrolls rolled up
Mhm.
and just throwing them behind us on the ground and just having like,
Oh no.
yeah,
Nice.
hey, hey, horses, run full sprint through a field of not caltrops, but rolled up carpets, basically.
Yeah, that is actually, arguably worse. Yeah, much more of a trip hazard.
We're gonna
Give-
escape and then it's gonna be winter and we're like, man, we're so cold.
I'm like, all right, we are keeping 5 bedrolls in the cart. Everything else goes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. Can I help by sort of half untying them as he throws them out, so that some of them are rolled up, some of them are unrolling, some of them,
like different levels of tide. Okay.
yeah.
Just the trip. You hit one, it unfolds and wraps around the foot.
Yeah.
Like cool makeshift
Give-
traps.
Let's see. Give me. I'm thinking. Trying to think. Well, you don't have any of the proficiency skills I was looking at. Give me a strength check. Oh, you've got arcane muscles, so give me an athletics check.
All right. Do skills athletics. Yeah. Oh.
5. Okay. So you are getting a few of them out, but like they're kind of like bouncing different ways, things like that. Like you're not getting a good pile.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of those like you're just throwing them out individually. So it's like step over that one. You step over that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Ying.
Okay. So I have a breath weapon I can use, but I might want to save that up just in case they get stupid close to us.
Hmm. I would
Uh,
count that breath weapon as basically like if you're going to use it as a booster, I would essentially say that that gives the wagon momentum the moment you use it.
okay, then I might use it now because getting out is more important.
Well, you
All
guys
right.
are also angled at a weird spot, so
True. I probably should save it up. All right.
I would say that's something like you could call up. It's like I can give us a boost kind of thing, and
Yeah.
wait for the command.
Yeah, maybe once we get past whatever
Mhm.
that red square thing is.
Red square is the wagon. The yellow square is the crowd of people.
Yeah, so maybe once
For
we
the
get
crowd of people. We shouldn't. That would be a terrible idea. He's gonna be like, I got something that can help to help speed us up. Let me know when. And then he's going to go for probably the other safest action he can do is just continuing to wear down the horse he's already attacking.
Mm-hmm.
At least get rid of one of the horses in the chase. So I'm gonna shoot another rock at it.
I mean, if Ying doesn't expound upon what that thing is, Bruce is gonna just yell back, "Do it!"
yeah.
Serious? All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Breath weapon, go.
Okay. So yeah, that will give the wagon momentum, just like immediately. Boop. So it's gonna end up going. It's got momentum, so on its turn, it will end up going. Oh, what is momentum? Okay.
Half movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, half movement. There you go. You're immediately gonna jump forward, and so Ying's gonna hit that breath weapon and just lay down thunderous, a cone of thunderous damage behind y'all, and it is a little bit of a shockwave as you guys lurch forward about 20 feet, and imagine like you're coming up on like one of like the outer buildings kind of thing in Redwall. You kind of like start going up onto the like the sidewalks and the carts and stuff like that. That will going into next round. The wagon will have momentum unless Groose changes directions or something. But you will take a couple of points of damage just running up over things you didn't expect. 5 points. Not terrible.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
So there is going to be a noise that sounds suspiciously like a squawk as the wagon kicks forward, and it runs up on this this stone siding. And
Just hit
that is
just hit
all
a
you
fruit stand and a candy stand and a chicken stand, and it's all flying in the air.
Oh yeah, yeah. It is very much like it's nothing big enough to cause like collision damage, but it is like you guys are getting shaken around. The wheels are taking a bit of a battering, that kind of thing.
Oh,
There's
if we hit a
probably a
chicken
couple of.
stand,
Oh yeah.
then I'll just catch one of those and I have a grenade.
Are there any dead chickens?
I mean, that can be solved.
Well, let's see.
If we hit them with a cart, I assume.
Actually, Ying. Let me see here. Give me a 2d6 from your thunder damage or from your breath cone. If you roll a 7 or higher,
Ooh, go by first one.
yeah.
Oh, damn.
12 max. Yeah. Oh yeah. You're gonna find probably like maybe one of those like you ran over a cage kind of thing. Just puff of feathers, little bits of chicken. I would say there are probably, let me see, how many corpses that Tong could target? 4 chicken corpses.
It's just gonna be like watch
And
it
it's
go
just
over
a
to Target.
puff of feathers and a couple of flat chickens. Without getting too in depth on detail.
He's gonna be like, "Ooh, we're on timing. Some dead chickens."
I can
Oh,
use that.
That's gonna end the turn.
Okay.
Now is not the time.
Menzo.
Hmm. Let's see. So 25. So
They
there.
are, you're looking at like 125, 150 feet. Like,
Yeah.
if you're using your bow, it is at the edge of your normal range.
Okay. So I think that I'm going to try to shoot guard one's horse,
Okay.
like in the shoulder or something, like
Mhm.
basically to try to get it to stumble or rear or something, to again just to slow them down, like not to kill it, but to just injure it in a way that would make things more
Oh,
difficult
that was
for
my
them.
throwing it. Whoops.
That's okay.
Yeah, go ahead, and it's a little different because I don't have the horses on the map. Drag your attack roll over to one of the horses in the combat tracker and just drop it on them.
So that would be, I guess, horse one. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, just match them up.
Okay, so I can just drag that on top.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that work?
I did. It missed.
Okay. But I'm
That's fine.
assuming an 11 does not.
Oh, an 11 hits. Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right. I was looking at the first one that I threw by mistake.
And then because they're large, I get the
It should automatically do it.
Okay.
Drag the damage over to the same horse.
Okay, which one did I end up doing to?
Or really, any of the horses, really. Because they all have the same AC. Uh, 6 plus 4. It added a +1. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Horse 2 is going to stumble and not die, but it will collapse out of this fight.
Sorry! To the horse, not to the guard.
Anything else? Alright.
I don't think there's anything else I can do at the moment, so.
Okay. The wagon has a movement of, what did I say it was? 40? 40. Yes, because it's being dragged by the horse. 25. Well, let's call it 50. Yeah. Guards.
We're gonna avoid the crowd at least.
These guards are mostly out of the fight, so. I mean, they're still chasing you, but they are effectively out of range. Groose. There's a wall quickly approaching.
Yes. I am going to drive the wagon another 20 feet directly forward, change the facing eastward, and then move another 20 feet. And momentum will continue to increase at that point.
Okay.
Don't have any bonus actions that I want to do.
Yeah, turning will kill your momentum, but it will save you from crashing into the wall.
Well, when with driving, it doesn't say anything about. There's
Oh no,
driving.
yeah, I
and
see,
there's-
I see, I see. Yeah, once you're
Yeah,
done
yeah.
turning, it gains momentum. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that is, I guess, the extent of what I'm doing here.
All right. Round 3. Move everyone. Half the move. All right. Tongue, any more distractions?
Let's see. They haven't caught up to the chicken corpses yet.
Not yet. They will next. They will basically on this turn, though.
Okay, so I guess guys hold an action to just kind of stare at a chicken corpse, and as soon as the horse steps on one, just landmine it.
Just detonate the corpses.
Whispering to the chickens, wait till you see the whites of their eyes, boys.
Wait till you
God.
feel the weight of their hoof. When you're going, ow, fuck, then go.
One thing you can do in level up, I'll have to check the exact wording, but for spells, you can essentially cast the spell and hold the effect for, I think, a round, essentially, before it goes off.
Gotcha.
So that would actually work out really well. Because I believe sorcerers have a meta magic that let you hold it for like up to a minute. But you don't have it
Gotcha.
yet, so. Yeah, so Tong's gonna cast that and wait for these guys to get up close to it.
You're just gonna see him like stare at something and a little bit of glow in his eyes as he just mutters, "Balk, balk."
Yeah.
I love it. Ying,
So
you
now
have
that
launched this cart forward. What's next?
now that I blew my load, let's I'm just gonna continue taking out these horses if I can.
They're a
Unless
little
the new-
far.
Would I have would I even have a chance to hit it?
They're 125 feet away.
So
They
that'd
are
be disadvantage.
They're. I would let you target guard 1 or 4. I mean, it's technically out of your range because they're 125. It's 120, but this is a weird map, so I'd let
That's
you get one
okay,
shot off.
If you're okay with it, I'd like to do it.
Yes.
I'll take.
You would just
guard
have disadvantage with it.
All right.
Are you going after the guard or the horse?
The horse, obviously.
Okay. Disadvantage and fire at horse 4. There you go. I got horse 4 targeted, I think.
Oh,
22 will hit the
I
horse.
almost got a crit on that.
Yeah.
Eh,
That will hit the horse. For 5. It's still enough. It kind of and it kind of hits the horse in the chest. But it's still just a rock. Manzo.
Okay. Do I actually have line of sight to guard 4?
Yeah, I would say so. They're still barreling down. Yeah.
Okay. So then I guess second verse same as the first.
Okay.
I will shoot a horsey. Sorry, horsey.
That will hit horse 1.
Okay, and then
For 9 damage. Horse 1 will drop out. That was to horse 3. Either way.
sorry,
Either one.
horsey.
Horse 3 drops out.
Yeah, it's sort of hard to
Yeah.
drop
it's-
onto
it's
the
fine.
right one, but yeah.
They've all got
Long
fairly
sword.
low hit points, and as long as it's a horse or a guard, then yeah.
Yeah. This feels just like the high seas. Yay!
Wagon.
And That's as much as I can do. Yeah.
Wagon continues forward. Because this, your guys' horse, Rummy Nose, uh, is going.
Yeah.
All right.
Guards are catching up. You guys took the long way. They're going straight line.
All right. Is looks like horse guard one's horse should be close to
I would say they both are.
You're just gonna hear code for the back of the cart. Cockadoodle boom!
Give me a second here.
Oh god, what's
Cockle-doodle boom.
Yeah.
Dumb.
And that GIF is a dramatized version.
Go ahead and cast your corpse explosion.
Okay.
Section.
All right.
When these murderous cultists escapes the market, they dare to use chickens as their pawns.
It is 3d6 thunder, half on success. You got to
Oh,
do
yeah.
the cast.
They're
first.
targeted.
Yeah, I got them for you. Fail, fail. Guard 1 succeeds, so I can just reduce guard 1's damage. What was the damage? 6? 12?
I want to say yes, 12. So 6 on 1.
It doesn't matter, because guard 4 has 12, has 13 hit points, took 12. And that was enough to take the horses out. The horses all had like 20 hit points, like at most, so that was all bloodied, all of them. So the horses all went and just thunder and guards and chicken everywhere, and some very angry shopkeepers. Grouse. The guards chasing you are gone. There are still guards on this gate tower that are like just really like in a hurry, like racing to close this gate. Go, 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 go. What would you like to do?
I would.
Now you've got momentum, so at the end of your round, the cart will go forward 1 square anyway.
Yeah. That's just making this difficult because I don't really have any. I will maneuver around the back end of the crowd, so that's 20 feet forward, and then turning northeast to kind of ride the edge of the crowd. And as I'm going, I am motioning with a free hand and shouting, "Move! Get out of the way!" As I turn on a northeasterly heading. Because I'm trying to swing around and line up a straight shot through the gate. Either next round or ideally by next round.
Give me persuasion.
Do I get any bonuses to this, given that there is a very real incentive to do as I say?
I'll say that depending on how you roll will determine how many people get out of the way. It's more, it's not necessarily towards an individual, but it is like, think like when there's a car accident on the interstate. There's always that one guy who's like, huh? And blocks all the rest of traffic.
Okay.
So because this is such a large crowd, we're just trying to get as many as... the entire crowd is going to basically turn to Grouse and, what? Hey, this guy, the bird guy's talking to us.
Come
hey,
over and
can I-
listen.
There might be like
Um,
one or two in front. They're like, "Oh shit, there's a cart."
So can I use my
Oh, your inspiration thing?
my inspiration thing?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Ingenious
it
Delta.
doesn't. I can't quite figure out what the. It just says you undo any consequences of the failed check. So I don't know if that actually does. Like,
I would just say I'm just gonna rule it as Grouse can re-roll it
okay,
for this purposes. Normally, it's
Hey,
more of
hey, listen
yeah.
up.
Normally, it's more of like if you tried to woo
Like
the
if
king
something
and
bad
he didn't
happened
like
to
that.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said move.
Oh shit!
I like that it
Oh.
top spun and then dropped.
Oh my,
It went to a
what
point and
was
said,
that?
There. That's just hilarious.
Nice. Yeah, so a lot of this crowd is gonna start to it's like just scatter. Like there might be like one or two people that like run the wrong way and bump
Hey,
into the
what was
cart.
that little
but-
dragon saying? Oh shit!
Yeah, so you're gonna scatter most of this crowd. All right. Burp, burp. Okay. Tong, Ying, Menzo, Wagon. Uh, do you guys want to do anything to the gate itself, or to the guys like at the gate? I imagine there's probably there's probably like two or three guys on either side of the gate trying to push this thing closed as quickly as they can.
Can I try just like shooting an arrow to try to jam the hinge so that they can't shut it?
Hmm. Sure. Give me an attack roll.
Okay.
Imagine like you're aiming at like the gear and pulley mechanism. 18.
Oh nope.
7 will not quite do it.
No.
But I mean, you can see like where you're hitting, and like even the guards like shit, and they're kind of
Yeah.
like ducking out of the way of the arrows. They're still trying to like pull this thing quicker.
Could I shoot a rock at like their fingers just to
Uh,
stun them momentarily?
you can
Because like when you're trying to like grip something
right.
and you just suddenly feel pain in one grip point.
Give me a sling attack. Not with a 12, but it'll be the similar thing. Like you guys are throwing this volley, and it won't necessarily like stop them or delay them or anything. It might slow them down a tiny bit, but then not enough to get really any advantage. Tong, anything from you?
All right, let's see. I have what? Yeah, 2 spell slots. All right, so
You have one left.
that I have like a thunder wave from that thing.
Huh?
Can I also use that as kind of a shock wave, kind of?
Do you want to give
Good
Grouse
idea.
warning this time?
Like, just
Or you
thinking
just-
as soon as it turns and we start facing towards the gate, you just be like, "All right, we're going."
Okay, so holding it just for okay.
Yeah.
Once we get there, I'm gonna clap this thing. All right.
Yeah. Oh god, I just almost imagine it getting out and push thing, like as it like it's like doing his like turn. It's like jump up, jumps out. As soon as his feet touch the ground, you just hear an eruption, and he flies back into the cart. Like boom, kick, go.
Wagon moves forward. Burp, 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 burp.
Oh, I was saying as soon as we turn out, even out, holding on to that. Not trying to shoot back into the city.
Yeah, yeah. That's what like I figured you were holding it until you guys turned back towards the gate.
Yeah.
Bruce.
Yes, we are going to maneuver, move forward 20 feet, and then turn, yeah, pretty much around towards the gate.
Okay.
You
Does
are
that,
moving.
and then Tong hits Thunder Wave, and burp, 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 burp. And you blast through this gate. And with Tong just like there's a big thunderclap behind you again, and you feel as that cart rattles up the stairs to this gate and just and probably gets a little airborne. Uh, Tong, give me a damage roll. I want to see how strong was this thunder wave. Pretty
Middle.
strong. Out of a max 16, so you got a good bump out of it. So you probably got 3 or 4 feet of air as you came across this gate.
Still a nervous amount of air in a wooden cart.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's not quite enough for fall damage, or for like a full fall damage, or malfunctions or anything. But it'll probably be one of those like you'll hit and you'll hear something crack. Like that wasn't a good sound. And Bruce, you'll be able to like continue this wagon out.
Don't be an axle. Don't be an axle.
So do we get out right? Do we get out right as the gates closed and they're like, "No, open up the gates"?
You made it
You're
out
jam.
with another. You made it out with a whole nother turn to go.
Okay.
You had some pretty good distance.
Awesome. Darn.
Good
Alright.
moment.
And we got a spear too.
You got a
Yes,
few
sir.
of them. But you're gonna do that, and Bruce, as you're kind of leading this cart out of town and down the road, it takes a little bit, but before you're really sure you're safe, and after I don't know 5-10 minutes, you kind of look back and there's nobody following you. You'll be able to kind of slow it down, and you get going along, and you're pretty sure you're safe. You can feel where this cart is kind of almost lurching a little bit, like something's broken. You're lucky it didn't, or that it held out as long as it did. But you'll be able to get off to one side and kind of pull over.
Yeah, and
Is it
as I do that, I am going to reach back towards Belton and lay on hands.
And he will happily get hands laid on him.
How many points would you say that is to get him fully healed?
Fully healed? Probably 5.
Okay.
It was a solid hit.
Yeah, I have healing potions too if you need anything.
Yeah, you've got your low grade like non-magic healing. Yeah.
Yeah, they only do 1d4, but you know, it's something.
So you'll go down a little ways. You'll be able to get pulled over, and we're wrapping up the session. Belton will kind of point off to one side, like, "Oh, over here, over here, over here," and you'll be able to kind of pull off the road a little bit. And there's a little spot that you can kind of get set up to camp, and it's a tiny bit off the road, enough that you're out of sight, so you don't have to worry about it too much. Getting camped for the night. You guys will get up, wake the next day, checking everything out. Very much like it looks like the wagon's gonna need repaired. First off, the fact that it hasn't fallen apart yet is amazing and lucky. Belton is already kind of up. Like he's got this bandage wrapped around his leg pretty tight. Getting breakfast ready. Well, can't show my face around the city until this is over now. I hope you all made up some fake identities. In case anyone asks, I'm your third cousin's brother-in-law by adoption.
What's a fake ID? He asked in character.
Do you actually? Okay. I mean, usually it's papers, or at least act like you're someone else.
Yes, just pick a different name. It's fun.
Yeah. You know,
Worst case scenario, I'm just Ugg from the northern wilderness. People don't ask many questions.
it is true. You're kind of a big and intimidating guy.
Like you're an orc, you just do caveman speak and people kind of ignore you. It's like, oh, this is actually pretty easy. Yay, racism.
Oh God.
Mine could be wood black. Yeah, I like wood
Yeah.
black.
Ay.
Well, I was originally thinking we could swing by Ringwood and Blackford, but I don't know. That's looking kind of like a terrible idea now.
Why?
Well, it's that's where Tariq is from. It's his hometown, Blackford.
Oh, that is the officer who is chasing us?
Yeah.
Ah. I suppose he is our enemy now.
He's certainly not an ally. I'm also not sure how long we should probably stay on this road, but one thing at a time. And he'll kind of look over to the cart.
Probably focus on fixing the wagon then.
Yeah. But I think that's a good spot to stop.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh,
Oh,
fun
yeah,
way
that's
to
pretty
start it.
fun, yeah.
Oh, you guys will also all be level 2 now, so we'll do that here real quick.